Hi everyone, Angie Pastua here, your Assistant Pandemic Coordinator. Today's weekly wrap-up comes to you via video this week and is intended for all faculty, staff, students, and parents. I wanted to take about 10 minutes to verify our community has the correct information surrounding our communication that went out this week. I also have a few wins I will share, along with some reminders to get us started. I'm also going to explain again what a close contact is considered and how we are proactively contact tracing at the school from the moment we are notified an individual is being tested. So for now, for some wins, I wanted to give a huge shout out to all of our faculty and staff for all of their hard work, both in the classroom and online. It certainly does not go unnoticed, and the entire administration team just appreciates you and all of your work that you're doing each and every day. Big thank you to our parents for being so receptive for all the new changes and guidelines that have come out this school year. And just keeping an open line of communication. If you have questions, please reach out. The last thing I want as a parent myself is for a parent to be overwhelmed or worried about the health and safety of their child. So now I have a few reminders I wanted to go over. We are proactively cleaning our classrooms and our schools each and every night. We are fully fogging our classrooms every Friday evening as well. Our products that we use kill COVID-19 in 3 minutes, and they dry within 5 minutes. And that includes all high-touch surfaces being cleaned each night. Areas such as the restrooms are cleaned throughout the day twice as well. Second, I want to remind students that they must wear a mask when on the bus at all times. Same goes for the bus drivers. One thing is I want to remind people, if your child does borrow one of the cloth masks on the bus, we ask that you please remind them to return that mask so it can be laundered and put back into rotation. We want to be able to maintain our supply so we can continue offering this for our students. Next, each week I include an update as far as where Erie County stands related to COVID, and I'm happy to report that Erie County remains in the moderate level for community transmission. And lastly, I want to remind everyone our goal is to maintain our HIPAA for everyone in the school district that were to test positive for COVID-19 in all communications, including with the media. By law, everyone does have that right, and we're going to maintain that at all times. Moving on to some COVID-related information, I want to clarify that we did indeed send 2 separate emails out because there were 2 unrelated incidents of employees testing positive this week. There was some initial confusion about the emails being they were very similar and they were sent on the same day. So our goal is to keep you informed very timely with all communication surrounding COVID-19. So with the feedback that I have received, I went ahead and I changed the title of that notification. And for future reference, it will say HCSD COVID-19 positive case notification. So that will be that subject line of every email for anybody receiving notification of a positive COVID-19 individual within our district. We're always looking for feedback and want to make sure there's no confusion moving forward. So thank you for everyone for that feedback. Now, when it comes to individuals who are sick, my role is truly, once I receive notice that an individual is being tested for COVID-19, I immediately will start asking them questions like, what are your symptoms? When did your symptoms begin? Have you had any close contacts? Do you play or coach any sports? Do you have any siblings within the district? When was the last time you were at school? Do you ride the bus? Do you ride the car? Things like that. During that conversation, I also explain to them, again, what a close contact is so they can truly make an informed decision when it comes to me asking them questions. And what a close contact is someone closer than 6 feet for 15 minutes or greater within 48 hours of symptom onset. So that's important. That's my role. What the health department does, on the other hand, is they'll contact an individual once they receive a positive test result. They will handle the community contact tracing by asking any additional questions. And community contact tracing, again, is anybody outside of the school. Moving on to our positive cases here at the Harbor Creek School District. So the first case was a household contact that also tested positive. There were no close contacts with staff or students, nor do they have students in a classroom setting. The second case had a symptom onset greater than 48 hours from the last time they were in the school building, which was Friday, meaning the individual was not contagious when last at school, leaving no close contacts. The classroom used by the individual on Friday was fogged that evening per our normal cleaning procedures every Friday. Had either individual been in a classroom setting within 48 hours of symptom onset, regardless if any close contacts were determined, that would have been communicated. Just the same as if a student were to ever test positive, the teachers will be notified regardless if they're considered to be a close contact or not. If an employee or student is ever considered to be a close contact, I promise that you will be notified of that. Communication regarding a positive case would go out to the entire district, similar to what you already received this week. If an individual tests positive who was in a classroom within that 48 hours of symptom onset, all employees and students in that classroom would receive an additional email notification that an individual in the classroom has tested positive for COVID-19. That notification may include instructions to monitor symptoms more closely, more frequently, for those that were not requested to quarantine. Employees and or students will be called, not emailed, by either myself or someone from the Erie County Health Department if they are considered a close contact. Again, I will repeat this. Communication will go out separately. You'll receive a district email along with an email stating that a teacher or an individual in a classroom tested positive. If your child is in that classroom or if you're a teacher teaching in that classroom, you will be notified whether or not you're considered to be a close contact that an individual tested positive in the classroom. You will be called by myself or the Erie County Health Department. We will not send you an email. We will call you if you are considered to be a close contact. I hope that, this message brings you some peace of mind, knowing exactly what a close contact is, what the communication will look like moving forward, and what we're doing in advance to be abundantly cautious. It's inevitable we will have cases of COVID-19 in our community, but by being proactive and working together, we really can stop the spread within the school. It's all of our efforts that will make this year successful, whether we remain in a hybrid model or we come back 100%. So last but not least, I'm sure many of you have talked about this already with your doctor's offices, but we are heading into the flu season. So we ask that staff and students continue to remain home when they're not feeling well. We truly appreciate everyone's support with this so far. Everyone's been wonderful with this and truly following our recommendations and doing the daily screening tool before they leave for school every day. So thank you very much for that. The flu vaccine is highly recommended this year, more than ever, while we wait for a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine. Last, I want to thank you all so very much for your time watching this video. Remember to stay positive throughout all of this as we truly feed off of each other. So feed yourself with positivity to feed others. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching.